Oh man, we are back. Okay, so we're ranked 26 in the world. I played, I think, a game or two off camera. I don't really remember because I played it yesterday. We're slowly making our climb back up. The goal right now, I think, is to crack back into the top 10 eventually. Obviously, it's probably not going to happen today because the climb on high ladder is always kind of a pain. So, yeah, we're still using this team. I haven't made the adjustments that I wanted to yet. I actually was debating about putting Brick Break on Ogerpon Cornerstone, mostly because the set right now, it's Ivy Cudgel, Spiky Shield, Follow Me, and then Power Whip. And I've been finding Power Whip to be very unreliable. It feels like every time I click the move, it just misses, and I think I'll get more utility out of Brick Break because I did mention in the last episode that we do have a weakness to teams that can set up screens with Grimmsnarl. That can be a real pain, and you guys saw it. If for anyone that watched the last episode, like most of the stuff, even though we won that match, most of the stuff was living on like 1 or 2 HP, just like, and we could barely kill it, and we had to take these extra turns to kill it, and then we had to make more reads and more predictions because the game was kind of drawn out and more prolonged. And you know, it's tough. So yeah, I'll eventually make that adjustment. I just haven't yet because I'm a little lazy and I didn't feel like doing it. So yeah. My opponent right now, they're running Swordfish. This was actually a really popular core back in 2022. It was the core that I thought was going to win Worlds way back when. That ended up not happening. It was actually Zacian and Kali Shadow. But yeah, we see it here. I think it's an underrated core. But before we get really into about the core, let's figure out what we're going to do here. So looking at this matchup, Zamazenta is pretty good. Wyguard could block away Water Spout. Body Press does a lot of damage to a lot of different things. It could go Terra Grass, avoid Rage Powders and Spores from the Amoonguss. I do like Miraidon, but I think I'll save that for later. I think Whimsicott's solid. You can set up Tailwind, have some speed control. As much as I want to bring Farigiraf, it doesn't... I mean, there's 2 dark types on the team, so I can't touch it with Psychic. Foul Play's like okay damage across the board, but not amazing. I think we really want to go like Miraidon and Ogerpon. Ogerpon could redirect away moves from the Zacian, which could actually be a pain for this team. Volcarona could be decent, but yeah, I'm too scared about the Kyogre, so I think we're going to do this. Yeah, the thing about Swordfish is, like, I feel like it's a bit of an underrated core in this format. I don't think it's, like, one of the strongest cores. I think the strongest cores are, like, Miraidon, Lunala, Zamazenta, Kali Shadow, and then Miraidon, Kali Ice, followed by, like, Miraidon, Zamazenta. I think those are the 4 strongest cores, but I do think no one's really found, like, the best team for it yet. I still think people are kind of exploring it. So, yeah. My opponent's going to lead this. Well, we don't have to Terra type immediately with Zama, which is pretty nice. I think, actually, we want to just protect Whimsicott and Body Press. There's no point in setting up a Tailwind yet. The thing about Whimsicott, and I think people get this wrong a lot, is they try to immediately set up Tailwind when you kind of want to stagger the Tailwinds, so you can have like that extra turn after an opponent. Especially if you lead correctly, it could be really nice. So I think that's what we're going to do here. Just protect. There's a very good chance my opponent might Terra type one of the Pokemon or just hard switch out. Well, actually, no, hard switch out wouldn't be great. I think it's like protect or Terra type here, just to either scout out or just kind of guard against Body Press. So what are they Terra typing? Is that going to be the Roaring Moon? No, it's going to be Chien-Pao into probably Terra Ghost. Oh, actually Terra Stellar. Okay, so is this a Sacred Sword set? Because that would be a little, a little tough. Yeah, so we're going to protect Whimsicott. We should be able to pick up a KO, which is really nice. Oh, no, we're not going to pick up a KO. Okay, so they did protect like I predicted. And they're going to Ice Shard the Whimsicott. Okay. What do we do? Because there's a chance that my opponent could switch out into Amoonguss if they didn't bring both Zacian and Ogre. I still want to Body Press. I think Tailwind still is the best play. Yeah, Body Press, even though it's not going to do like crazy amounts of Amoonguss, we do have the boost from Sword of Ruin, so I think this would be probably the best play. My opponent's still going to Ice Shard. I'm okay with that. And they're going to bring me down to 1, so now we can threaten things with Endeavor, but they're probably going to just keep clicking Ice Shard. And they're also a Life Orb set, so there's Focus Sash probably somewhere else in this team. Maybe actually... Do you think they're running, like, Focus Sash Amoonguss? I understand that that sounds like a crazy thing, but that was actually kind of popular back in, like, the 2019 format, because people were running, like, Primal Groudon a lot with a Fire Punch, and it would always bring Amoonguss down. Or KO it, so then people started running Sash, and it actually did pretty well at Worlds. I think it got, like, top 4, the Sash Amoonguss, if I'm not mistaken. If my memory serves me right, I could be totally wrong. That was a long time ago, so yeah. So we're just going to do this. We're still not in too bad of a spot. We just got to see what my opponent brings in. It could probably be Zacian if that's what they want to do. I'm still waiting. We could also protect with Whimsicott this turn. That's another thing. So that's also important. Okay, so it's going to be Rillaboom. All right. So did they not? I mean, we still just click Body Press and Protect, I think. Right? Actually... let's keep body pressing the Chentao. I think that's the thing that's threatening stuff on my team the most. The thing is, I think we actually want to preserve Whimsicott so we can keep Tailwind for the late game. There's going to be Protect on Chentao. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think that's what we probably want to do, is we probably want to preserve Whimsicott for later, in case there's Zacian on the field. We could probably sacrifice Ogerpon. I feel like that's probably the most disposable on my team of all the Pokemon. We're just going to Body Press the Chentao again. And yeah, I think we're just going to bring in Ogerpon. I'm okay with sacrificing it. And also, if they don't KO it this turn, if they switch out something, then we could just redirect next turn. So yeah, I think preserving the Whimsicott here is going to be pretty valuable. So what happens? They're going to withdraw. Is that going to be Kyogre or Zacian? Which one? I can't read Japanese. It's going to be Zacian. Okay, so we're going to do a lot of damage here, which is really nice. So we're going to be able to get this off, which is pretty good. My opponent's going to U-turn. That was a smart play there. So they're going to be able to do some stuff. I think what we want to do is probably double protect. Well, actually, do we want to double protect? I think the best thing would just be to get rid of Zacian. Let's see. I mean, we still have the Terra on... We still have the Terra that we could use. I think right now the best play is actually to protect Ogerpon, just to kind of... Because there's a very good chance my opponent protects here. We're still faster with the Tailwind, so we might as well try to get rid of Zacian, because that's the only thing that's threatening Zamazenta right now, and that's the key to winning this game. It does the most damage to anything, and it resists moves, unlike, you know, my other Pokemon. So, yeah. So they're going to protect Zacian here. I'm cool with that. They're going to just double protect. Okay. Fair enough. I think what my opponent wants to do here is probably Ice Shard with the Chentao. We're going to just follow me, and I think now we finally Terra type. We're going to actually Terra type the Zamazenta, I think, and then go after the Chentao, because that's the thing that's threatening most stuff on the team. So Body Press that. We know it's not a Sash set, and we're going to just follow me. So yeah. So chances are they Ice Shard here, and then they Sacred Sword. That's what I'm thinking. At least that's what I would do if I was my opponent. So yeah, we're going to be able to not necessarily resist the Sacred Sword, but at least we're not going to take like super effective damage from it, which is pretty good. So yeah, we're going to follow me. Oh, did they not? What did they do? Uh-oh. Did they click... Did they click an ice move? Oh, man. Okay, they had Sacred Sword. Okay. Woo! Alright. I actually got a little worried there. I was like, what in the world? If they hard read me, I would have like applauded them. That would have been awesome. Oh goodness, my heart sunk for a moment. Alright, so we're gonna be able to get rid of Chien-Pao. There should not be too many turns of grassy terrain left. I think what we do is we bring in Whimsicott. We'll be able to threaten back up another Tailwind, which is really important. And we should go after the Zacian. I feel like Rillaboom right now is not too much of a threat. Well, actually, maybe Body Press and Rillaboom would be better because we have Electro Drift, which could just KO the Zacian too. We just double protect here. You know, not allow Fake Out to kind of overtake us, and my opponent's just going to forfeit anyway, so we're going to win the game. So that's pretty sick. Okay. Yeah, I'm shocked my opponent didn't bring a Moongus. I thought a Moongus was really good against my team. Well, actually, you know what? I do have 2 grass types, and I do have Murata. Maybe it's not as great as in my mind. It felt good. But yeah, okay, so we're going to be able to win that one, which is pretty awesome. Okay, let's see what our rating is, and then we'll do the song of the day, and then I will get you guys out of here. Why is my controller not... Oh, I wasn't hitting the button hard enough. That's why. Okay, we're at rank 20 right now. Okay, so not too bad. I might play some games off camera just to see if I can get the rating back up. But yeah, we're sitting pretty. I think with that winning that game, that probably put us around like an 1870 rating. So yeah, the song of the day, it's gonna be Sea Shanty Melody. Oh my goodness, I couldn't say that. By Home Free. So the thing is, sea shanties, I actually kind of like them a lot. I remember when I played Assassin's Creed Black Flag, there was a lot of them. When you went on the ship and then went out at sea, you could play the sea shanties, and that was really great. But there was this one band, Home Free, which kind of did a combination of all the sea shanties that I knew, at least from the game, and then made a whole song out of it. So yeah, that's going to be the song of the day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. With that being said, hopefully you guys have a great day. I will see you on next